Now, in today's world, series have become the most popular and sought-after form of leisure. Even people who are not interested in cinematography and its genres, every week they watch new episodes of their favorite series or watch their favorite TV shows. And no wonder that this industry has a huge stream of fans, as it is very exciting and vivid spectacle. It is very difficult to remain indifferent to the series, having so many interesting stories. And the competent realization of the fantasy writers, along with excellent acting, is able to amaze us to the core. As a result, some enthusiastically revisit already watched episodes of their favorite series, while others eagerly await the release of new ones. Meanwhile, the episode release date has already been determined. Spectators will be able to see the new episode on April 11th. This day can immediately be circled with a red marker on the calendar. The upcoming episode can impress not only with a great cast, but also with an interesting storyline that will be completely consistent with the characters and images of the characters. If you would like to watch something exciting and interesting, then this series is exactly what you need.
Filming safety is not just a matter of ticking boxes or following a set of rules. It's about ensuring that every member is able to work with complete peace of mind, knowing that their well-being is being taken care of. In the fast-paced and dynamic world of filmmaking, safety is crucial, and it can't be compromised. Think of it this way: you're on set, the cameras are rolling, and the actors are performing a particularly intense scene. Suddenly, you hear a loud crash, and you turn to see that a light has fallen from the ceiling, narrowly missing one of the actors. It's a heart-stopping moment, and it's one that no one wants to experience. That's why filming safety is so important. It's about creating an environment where accidents like this simply don't happen. It's about making sure that every piece of equipment is secure, every wire is properly insulated, and every crew member is trained to react quickly and effectively in an emergency. But filming safety isn't just about preventing accidents. It's also about creating an atmosphere where creativity can thrive. When you know that your safety is being taken care of, you're free to focus on your craft, whether that's acting, directing, or operating a camera. You can push yourself to new heights, knowing that you're in good hands. It's also essential that all crew members are properly trained and qualified for their roles. For example, camera operators should be trained in working at height and using harnesses, while electricians should be trained in working with electricity safely. By ensuring that everyone is properly trained, the risk of accidents and injuries can be greatly reduced. Movies and TV shows are some of the most popular forms of entertainment worldwide, and it's no secret that they often need to be adapted to other languages to reach broader audiences. Firstly, the process of adapting a movie or TV show to another language requires more than just a simple translation of the script. Translators must take into account cultural nuances and differences, idioms, colloquialisms, and even jokes that may not translate well. This means that a lot of creative work must go into the translation to ensure that the humor, emotions, and overall impact of the original content are conveyed in the target language. One common approach to adaptation is voice dubbing, which involves replacing the original audio track with a new one in the target language. In this case, the new audio track is recorded by voice actors who match the lip movements of the actors on screen. Dubbing can be a challenging task, as the voice actors must not only convey the emotions of the original actors but also match the tone and pacing of the original audio. It requires an excellent command of the target language, as well as acting skills to make the dubbed version sound as natural as possible. Another approach is subtitling, where a written translation of the original audio is displayed at the bottom of the screen. Subtitles are popular in many countries, and they allow viewers to enjoy the original audio and the performances of the actors. However, subtitling also requires careful attention to detail, as the text must be timed correctly with the on-screen action and not take away from the viewer's focus on the visuals. While there may be some changes made to the script, the goal is always to stay as true to the original as possible while still making it enjoyable for the target audience. But when done well, it can provide viewers with an engaging and entertaining experience, regardless of their language or culture. Moreover, the process of adapting movies and TV shows to other languages has become increasingly important as the global entertainment industry has expanded. With the rise of streaming services and the ability to reach audiences around the world, content creators and distributors must ensure that their content can reach as many people as possible. This has led to an increased demand for high-quality translations and adaptations, which has created a new market for language professionals and studios. The adaptation of movies and TV shows to other languages is a complex and demanding process that involves much more than just a simple translation of the script. It requires creativity, cultural sensitivity, and a deep understanding of the target audience to ensure that the essence of the original material is preserved while still making it enjoyable for the local audience. With the continued growth of the global entertainment industry, the demand for high-quality adaptations and translations is only set to increase in the future, making it an exciting. In every great film or television series, there is always a cast of characters that we root for, admire, and identify with. But what about the characters that we hate? These are the negative characters, and they play an essential role in captivating audiences and keeping them on the edge of their seats. Negative characters are the antithesis of the hero. They are often the ones that create the tension and conflict in the story, whether it's through their scheming and manipulation, their aggression, or their twisted worldviews. And yet, we can't help but be fascinated by them. Perhaps it's because they represent a dark side of human nature that we are all capable of but rarely acknowledge. Or maybe it's simply the thrill of watching someone who operates outside of societal norms and rules. Regardless of the reason, negative characters have become an essential part of storytelling. What makes a great negative character? It's not just about being evil. The best negative characters are those that have depth and complexity, who we can understand on some level even if we don't agree with their actions. They have a backstory that explains their motivations, and their actions are often driven by a sense of desperation, pain, or trauma. They are fully fleshed out characters, not just cardboard cutouts designed to be booed at. Negative characters also provide an opportunity for actors to showcase their range and talent. Playing a villain or anti-hero allows actors to explore darker emotions and motivations that they might not get to explore in more traditional heroic roles. Playing a negative character can be a double-edged sword for actors. On one hand, it can be a great opportunity to showcase their range and talent, as well as to connect with audiences in a new and exciting way. On the other hand, it can also be difficult to shake off the negative associations that come with playing a villain or anti-hero. This phenomenon can be both a blessing and a curse for actors. On the one hand, it can help to establish their legacy and cement their place in popular culture. On the other hand, it can also limit their opportunities and make it difficult for them to be taken seriously in other roles. That's why it's so important for actors to carefully consider the types of roles they take on and to make sure they have a diverse range of characters in their portfolio. Ultimately, though, it's the mark of a truly great actor to be able to transcend their negative characters and create new and memorable performances that stand on their own. Just because an actor is associated with a particular role doesn't mean they can't break out of that mold and surprise audiences with something completely different. That's what makes the world of film and television so exciting and unpredictable. One of the most surprising things that we tend to miss is the use of color. Filmmakers use color in various ways to enhance the story's emotion and atmosphere. For example, warm colors like red, orange, and yellow create a sense of warmth and excitement, while cooler tones like blue and green create a calm and serene mood. These colors can be used to signify character traits or even foreshadow events. Also, one of the most surprising things that we tend to miss is the use of foreshadowing. Filmmakers often use subtle hints throughout the movie or TV show to hint at what's to come. This can be done through dialogue, visual cues, or even background details. These hints are often missed on the first viewing but become clear on subsequent viewings. Gone are the days of bulky cameras and expensive film stock. Today's filmmakers have access to high-quality digital cameras, which are lightweight and easy to use. This allows them to capture stunning visuals and tell their stories in ways that were once impossible. But it's not just the technology that's changing. The way we tell stories has also evolved. Today's filmmakers are more diverse than ever before, bringing new perspectives and fresh ideas to the industry. They are telling stories that were once considered taboo and are challenging traditional narratives. Filmmakers from different backgrounds are now being given the opportunity to tell their stories and share their unique perspectives. This has not only led to more diverse and representative content but has also allowed for a deeper understanding and empathy towards different cultures and experiences. When a movie fails to make its budget, it can have serious consequences for everyone involved. First and foremost, the studio that produced the film will take a financial hit. They've invested millions of dollars in a project that hasn't paid off, and they'll be scrambling to recoup their losses. This can lead to layoffs, budget cuts, and even bankruptcy in some cases. But it's not just the studio that suffers when a movie fails. The actors, directors, and crew members who worked on the project may also face repercussions. A failed movie can damage their reputations and make it more difficult for them to get future work. The impact of a failed movie goes beyond just the financial losses, though. It can also have a profound effect on the industry as a whole. If too many movies fail to make their budgets, investors may become wary of putting their money into new projects. This can lead to a decrease in the number of films being produced, and a loss of creativity in the industry. So, what causes a movie to fail? There are many factors at play, including poor marketing, bad timing, and weak reviews. Sometimes, a movie just doesn't resonate with audiences the way the filmmakers had hoped. Other times, external factors like a global pandemic can completely derail a film's chances of success. But just because a movie fails to make its budget doesn't mean it's a complete disaster. Some films have gone on to become cult classics, beloved by audiences long after their initial release. And even if a movie isn't a critical or commercial success, the experience of making it can still be valuable for everyone involved. In the end, the movie industry is a gamble. Every time a studio invests millions of dollars in a project, they're taking a risk. Sometimes that risk pays off, and other times it doesn't. But even when a movie fails to make its budget, it's important to remember that there are always lessons to be learned, and new opportunities on the horizon. Lights dim, popcorn in hand, anticipation building as the opening credits roll. Watching a movie or TV show is a beloved pastime for many, but there are times when it's best to just press stop and move on. How can you tell when a movie or show is just not worth your time? Here are some signs to watch out for. First and foremost, if the plot doesn't grab you within the first 15 minutes, it's probably not going to get any better. We've all been guilty of sticking with a movie or show, hoping it will improve, but more often than not, it just becomes a waste of time. If you're not hooked early on, it's time to switch to something else. If you find yourself checking your phone or getting distracted while watching, it's a sign that the movie or show isn't holding your attention. You may be tempted to multitask, but if you're not fully invested in the story, you'll miss out on key details. Finally, pay attention to the overall tone of the movie or show. If it's too dark, violent, or depressing, it may not be worth your time. You don't want to leave a movie or show feeling worse than when you started. Choosing a movie or TV show can be a daunting task, but by considering your mood, interests, reviews, and recommendations, you can find the perfect pick for your next viewing experience. So why settle for the same old thing when there's a whole world of entertainment out there waiting for you to explore? Acting is an art form that has fascinated audiences for centuries. From the ancient Greek tragedies to modern-day cinema, the ability to portray emotions and characters on stage or screen has always been highly valued. However, not everyone is blessed with the natural talent for acting, and many may wonder why this is the case. At its core, acting requires a combination of innate abilities and learned skills. The most fundamental aspect of acting is the ability to convincingly express emotions through facial expressions, body language, and voice modulation. Some people are naturally gifted in this area, possessing a range of facial expressions and gestures that can convey a wide variety of emotions. Others may need to work hard to develop these skills through practice and training. In addition to emotional expression, acting also requires the ability to understand and embody characters. This means being able to immerse oneself in a fictional world and convincingly portray a character's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. This requires a high level of empathy and imagination, which not everyone possesses in equal measure. But talent alone is not enough to make a successful actor. It also requires dedication, hard work, and a willingness to learn and grow. Acting involves a range of skills, from script analysis and character development to vocal training and physical movement. It requires hours of practice and rehearsal, often with little recognition or reward. Only those who are truly passionate about the craft can persevere through the challenges and setbacks. Whether on stage or screen, acting allows individuals to explore their creativity, express their emotions, and connect with audiences in a powerful and meaningful way. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that acting talent can come in many different forms. While some actors may excel at dramatic or emotional roles, others may shine in comedic or physical performances. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to acting, and different roles require different skills and talents. Therefore, while some people may not have the natural ability to excel in certain types of roles, they may have other talents that make them perfectly suited for other types of performances. Imagine sitting in a darkened movie theater, watching the latest blockbuster on the big screen. You're fully immersed in the story, surrounded by the sights and sounds of the movie, feeling like you're right in the middle of the action. Now, take that experience and multiply it by 100. That's the power of virtual reality. Virtual reality technology has already made a significant impact on the entertainment industry. With virtual reality, you can experience games, concerts, and even travel to far-off places without ever leaving your living room. But what about cinema? How can virtual reality change the way we watch movies and TV shows? Virtual reality can offer a fully immersive experience, where you're no longer just watching a movie, you're inside it. With a headset, you can look around the scene, interact with characters, and even explore the environment. Imagine watching a movie where you can turn your head and see the shark or dinosaur swimming right next to you. It's a completely different experience from watching on a flat screen. Secondly, virtual reality can offer a level of interactivity that traditional cinema cannot. You can choose your own path through the story. You could follow one character's journey or explore different parts of the movie's world. This would allow for endless possibilities and a unique experience every time you watch. Finally, virtual reality can offer a new level of creativity for filmmakers. They can create movies specifically designed for virtual reality, where the audience is an active participant in the story. However, there are some challenges that need to be addressed before VR becomes a mainstream technology in cinema. One of the biggest hurdles is the cost. VR headsets can be expensive, and not everyone can afford to invest in the latest technology. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of VR in cinema are too significant to ignore. Virtual reality has already proven its value in other industries, and it's only a matter of time before it becomes a staple in the world of cinema. In the future, we could see virtual reality cinemas popping up all over the world, offering moviegoers a completely new and exciting way to experience their favorite films. Filmmakers will have the opportunity to create immersive, interactive, and personalized movie experiences that will keep audiences coming back for more. The future of cinema is exciting, and virtual reality is sure to be a big part of it. Directors are the unsung heroes of the film industry. They are the visionaries who bring stories to life, transforming words on a page into captivating images on the big screen. But behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, lies a world of challenges and obstacles that directors must face during filming. One of the biggest difficulties directors face is managing the egos of actors. Some actors require special treatment or have specific demands that can be challenging to accommodate. Managing these personalities requires a delicate balance of diplomacy and tact, as well as strong leadership skills. Another challenge is dealing with the unpredictable nature of filmmaking. No matter how much planning and preparation goes into a project, unexpected obstacles can arise at any moment. Weather can change, equipment can fail, and accidents can happen. Directors must be able to think on their feet and come up with creative solutions to keep the production moving forward. Time is another enemy that directors must fight against. Shooting schedules are often tight, and there is always pressure to stay on track and within budget. This means that directors must be efficient with their time, making quick decisions and keeping a close eye on the clock. The technical side of filmmaking can also pose challenges for directors. They must work closely with the cinematographer to achieve the desired look and feel of the film. This requires a strong understanding of camera angles, lighting, and other technical aspects of filmmaking. Finally, directors must also manage the expectations of producers, investors, and other stakeholders. They must balance the creative vision of the film with the commercial realities of the industry. This means making difficult decisions and compromises that can impact the final product. Despite these challenges, the rewards of filmmaking are immeasurable. For directors, the opportunity to bring their creative vision to life is a dream come true. And for audiences, the chance to experience the magic of the movies is an unforgettable experience. Writing scripts for movies and TV series is a lot of work. When you watch a great movie or binge a captivating TV series, you're not just seeing the finished product. You're seeing the result of countless hours of hard work by screenwriters, who must create an engaging story, develop compelling characters, and craft realistic dialogue that not only drives the plot but also captures the attention of viewers. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and creativity to create a compelling story that will capture the audience's attention and keep them engaged from start to finish. The job of a screenwriter is not just about putting words on paper. It's about crafting a narrative that will come to life on the big screen or in the living room. Screenwriting is an art form that requires a deep understanding of the medium. Unlike novels, screenplays must tell a story visually, using dialogue and action to convey meaning and emotion. Screenwriters must also keep in mind the time constraints of the medium, as most movies and TV episodes have a runtime of less than 2 hours or less than an hour, respectively. Of course, the writing process itself is only one part of the equation. Once a script is written, it must go through numerous rounds of revisions and edits, with feedback from producers, directors, and actors. And even after a script is finalized, it may undergo further changes during filming, with dialogue and scenes being rewritten on the fly. Another key aspect of screenwriting is mastering the art of dialogue. Screenwriters must be able to write dialogue that feels natural and realistic, while also serving to move the plot forward and reveal character traits. They must also be able to write memorable one-liners and quips that audiences will remember long after the credits roll. One of the biggest challenges of writing scripts is creating compelling characters. Whether it's a flawed hero, a charming villain, or a quirky sidekick, each character must be fully realized with their own backstory, motivations, and personality traits. Finally, writers must also be mindful of the production and budgetary constraints of their script. Writing an action-packed, globe-trotting adventure may sound exciting, but if the budget doesn't allow for exotic locations and expensive stunts, the script will never make it to the big screen. Writers must be creative and find ways to tell their story within the limitations of the production budget. From coming up with a unique idea to crafting well-rounded characters, engaging dialogue, and an enthralling plot, there are many unobvious difficulties that writers must overcome. But with dedication, hard work, and a little bit of luck, anyone can write a script that captivates audiences and stands the test of time. Movies and TV shows have always been a powerful medium of storytelling and entertainment. But beyond their primary purpose, they also have the power to influence the behavior, opinions, and lifestyles of viewers in different parts of the world. From shaping political views to setting fashion trends, media has the ability to impact our lives in a myriad of ways. One of the most significant ways in which movies and TV shows influence viewers is by creating cultural icons and heroes. These characters become role models for viewers, shaping their values and attitudes towards different aspects of life. Another way in which media influences viewers is by shaping their perception of the world. News and current affairs programs have the power to sway public opinion on various issues, from political ideologies to social movements. Similarly, fictional movies and TV shows can also create stereotypes and prejudices that can influence the way viewers perceive different cultures and races. The impact of cultural icons and heroes extends beyond entertainment and can have real-world consequences. For instance, the representation of different cultures, races, and genders on screen can influence societal attitudes towards these groups. Positive representation can challenge stereotypes and promote empathy, while negative representation can perpetuate harmful biases and discrimination. Furthermore, cultural icons and heroes can also influence consumer behavior, particularly in the fashion and beauty industry. For instance, the popularity of a particular hairstyle, clothing item, or makeup trend on screen can lead to an increase in sales of these products. Similarly, the portrayal of certain lifestyles and values on screen can shape consumer choices, such as the decision to adopt a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. When it comes to the world of acting, physical fitness is often seen as an optional extra. But for actors who want to give their best performances and take their craft to the next level, maintaining a healthy body and mind is absolutely essential. Firstly, physical fitness is crucial for an actor's ability to perform demanding roles. Whether it's a physically demanding action scene or a lengthy monologue, being in good physical shape can make all the difference in an actor's ability to deliver a convincing performance. Stamina, strength, and flexibility are all key components of physical fitness that can help an actor stay on top of their game. Beyond the immediate demands of the job, physical fitness can also have a profound impact on an actor's overall well-being. Regular exercise has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and increase cognitive function. In a field as demanding and competitive as acting, these benefits can be invaluable for an actor's mental and emotional health. But physical fitness isn't just about hitting the gym or going for a run. It's also about taking care of your body and mind in other ways. Eating a healthy diet, getting enough sleep, and taking time for self-care are all important components of physical fitness that can help an actor feel their best both on and off set. By prioritizing their health and wellness, actors can improve their performances, increase their career prospects, and enjoy a happier, more fulfilling life both on and off stage. That being said, it's important to remember that being overweight does not necessarily mean an actor is less talented or less capable. There are many successful actors who do not fit the typical Hollywood mold, and who have found success by embracing their unique look and talents. Moreover, the entertainment industry is slowly but surely becoming more inclusive and accepting of different body types. There are now more opportunities for overweight actors to find work, and many productions are actively seeking out performers with diverse backgrounds. Have you ever watched a film or TV show and found yourself completely immersed in the world on screen? The characters, the story, and the dialogue may all be important elements, but it's the scenery that can truly transport you to another place and time. Scenery is more than just a backdrop to the action. It's an essential part of the storytelling process, a visual representation of the world the characters inhabit. The right scenery can create a mood, evoke emotions, and add depth to the narrative. Imagine a Western without the sweeping vistas of the American frontier, or a sci-fi movie without the futuristic landscapes that transport you to another world. The scenery helps to create a sense of place and time, drawing you into the story and making you believe in the world on screen. But it's not just about creating a believable world. Scenery can also be used to add symbolism and meaning to the story. Think of the ominous, foreboding castle in a horror film, or the idyllic, sun-drenched countryside in a romantic comedy. These settings tell us something about the tone and themes of the story. Scenery can also be used to reflect the emotional state of the characters. A bleak, rainy landscape might mirror a character's sadness or despair, while a bright, sunny scene might indicate their happiness or hopefulness. One of the great things about scenery is that it can be used in so many different ways. It can be used to create tension, to set the mood, or simply to make a scene more visually interesting. The possibilities are endless. Of course, it's not just about what's on screen. The right soundtrack can enhance the scenery and bring it to life. The sound of waves crashing on a beach or the chirping of birds in a forest can create a sense of atmosphere that draws you further into the story. When we watch a movie or a TV show, we don't usually think about the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. We focus on the actors and their performances, but there's a whole team of people working tirelessly to make everything look perfect. One of the most important members of that team is the cameraman, and they face a multitude of difficulties during filming that we never even consider. First and foremost, cameramen have to deal with the physical demands of their job. They have to be on their feet for hours on end, carrying heavy equipment and moving it around to get the perfect shot. They have to navigate tricky terrain, climb stairs, and contort themselves into strange positions to capture the right angle. All of this requires stamina, strength, and flexibility. But physical demands are just the tip of the iceberg. Cameramen also have to contend with the unpredictable nature of their subject matter. They may have to film in extreme weather conditions, from scorching heat to freezing cold. They may have to shoot in challenging environments like deserts, jungles, or underwater. They may have to deal with difficult lighting conditions, such as harsh sunlight, low light, or rapidly changing light. All of this requires technical knowledge and quick thinking. Then there are the creative challenges. Cameramen have to work closely with directors to capture the right mood and tone for each scene. They have to be able to think on their feet and come up with creative solutions to unexpected problems. They have to be able to adapt their style to match the vision of the project they're working on. Despite the numerous difficulties that cameramen face during filming, they remain passionate about their craft. They know that the footage they capture can make or break a scene, and they're determined to get it right. They're constantly pushing themselves to improve their skills and develop new techniques. Whether it's a car chase, a fight scene, or a dramatic stunt, these scenes require split-second timing and precision. Cameramen have to be able to follow the action smoothly and capture it from multiple angles, all while keeping themselves and their equipment out of harm's way. They know that the footage they capture can make or break a project, and they're committed to delivering the best possible results. Despite the countless studies, surveys, and algorithms used to analyze consumer behavior, predicting success in the entertainment industry is a notoriously tricky business. But here's the good news: we can make educated guesses based on certain factors that have historically been linked to success. For instance, big-name actors or directors attached to a project often draw attention and excitement from audiences. A strong marketing campaign can also generate buzz and anticipation. Another factor is the genre of the production. Certain genres like action, comedy, and drama have broad appeal and tend to perform well. However, even within these genres, there can be variations in success. For example, a romantic comedy might be a hit while an action comedy might fall flat. It's also worth considering the current cultural climate. Productions that touch on relevant social or political issues often generate conversation and interest. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Some productions with big names, huge marketing campaigns, and popular genres still flop at the box office or fail to capture audiences' attention. And sometimes, a production with no big names, little marketing, and a niche genre can become a surprise hit. However, it's worth noting that the rise of streaming services has added a new layer of complexity to predicting success. These services rely on data-driven insights to make decisions about what content to produce or acquire. By analyzing viewership data and user behavior, they can identify patterns and trends that may indicate what audiences are interested in. At the heart of the film industry lies the desire to tell stories that capture the imaginations of audiences around the world. However, with millions of dollars at stake, film companies are also engaged in a cutthroat competition to secure the best talent, the most innovative technology, and the most lucrative distribution deals. So, what do film companies do to get ahead? The answer lies in their approach to storytelling, marketing, and distribution. To stand out in a crowded marketplace, studios need to produce films that capture the imagination of audiences, generate buzz on social media. This means that film companies are constantly investing in new technologies, hiring the best talent, and developing unique concepts that will set them apart from their competitors. From visual effects to sound design, every aspect of filmmaking is scrutinized and optimized to deliver the most immersive and engaging experience possible. But the competition doesn't stop there. Once a film is completed, studios need to figure out how to market it to the masses. This means creating eye-catching trailers, running ad campaigns on social media, and even partnering with brands to promote their films. The competition between film companies is what drives the industry forward. It's what keeps filmmakers on their toes, inspires creativity, and pushes the limits of what is possible. And for moviegoers, it means we get to enjoy an endless stream of amazing films and TV shows that transport us to other worlds. When you see your favorite actors on screen, you may wonder what they do all day on set. You might picture them sipping lattes in their trailers, getting touch-ups from makeup artists, or rehearsing lines with their co-stars. But the truth is, actors are busy creatures, and there's a lot more that goes into making a movie or TV show than meets the eye. First and foremost, actors spend a lot of time preparing for their roles. This means researching the character they'll be playing, studying the script, and getting into the mindset of the person they're portraying. They might meet with the director and other cast members to discuss their characters and the story as a whole, and work with coaches to perfect their accents, physical movements, or other skills that their roles require. Once filming starts, actors are on set for long hours, often arriving before dawn and leaving well after sunset. They might spend hours shooting a single scene, repeating the same lines and movements over and over again until the director is satisfied. In between takes, they might review their lines, grab a snack, or chat with their co-stars to build chemistry and camaraderie. But filming isn't all about the glamorous moments you see on screen. Actors also spend a lot of time waiting. They might wait for the lighting to be set up, the camera to be adjusted, or for other scenes to be filmed before theirs. This downtime can be frustrating, but it's a necessary part of the process. Actors use this time to rest, review their lines, or simply observe what's happening on set. In addition to filming, actors might also spend time promoting their projects. This could involve interviews with journalists, appearances on talk shows, or attending premieres and events to promote their work. These activities can be exhausting, but they're a crucial part of getting the word out about a new movie or TV show. Stuntmen in movies and TV shows are the unsung heroes of the entertainment industry. They are the ones who make the impossible possible, the ones who bring action sequences to life, and the ones who put their lives on the line to make sure the stars look good on screen. These individuals are highly trained professionals who undergo rigorous physical training and practice to ensure their safety during these daring feats. But stunt work isn't just about performing daring stunts. Stuntmen also play a crucial role in creating believable fight scenes. From the choreography to the execution, these individuals work tirelessly to ensure that the audience is fully immersed in the action on screen. Their work is so seamless that it's often hard to tell where the actor ends and the stuntman begins. Despite the incredible skill and bravery required for their work, stuntmen are often overlooked and underappreciated. They put their bodies on the line to create incredible moments of entertainment, but rarely receive the recognition they deserve. What they do is anything but easy. They spend hours, days, even weeks preparing for a single stunt, making sure every move is calculated and rehearsed to perfection. And when it comes time to perform, there's no room for error. Every stunt is a calculated risk. That's why stuntmen train rigorously and work with the best safety equipment available, from harnesses and padding to airbags and wires. But despite the risks, stuntmen love what they do. They have a passion for action and a love of adventure that drives them to push the limits of what's possible. Are credits necessary if no one is reading them? After all, why spend precious time and money on something that nobody will ever see or appreciate? It's a valid concern, but the answer is not as straightforward as you might think. Credits are an integral part of any film or television show. They serve as a way to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the hundreds of people who contributed to the project. From the director and actors to the camera crew and sound technicians, every person plays a vital role in bringing a story to life. Credits allow us to recognize and appreciate the effort that goes into making our favorite movies and shows. But what if no one is reading them? Does that mean they're not necessary? Not necessarily. Just because people aren't actively seeking out the credits doesn't mean they're not important. Think about it. When was the last time you watched a movie and immediately turned it off as soon as the credits started rolling? Chances are, you probably let them play out in the background while you checked your phone or cleaned up the living room. The credits may not have been the main attraction, but they were still there, silently doing their job. Furthermore, credits serve a practical purpose beyond just recognition. They are often used as a way to document the legal and financial aspects of a production. Contracts, licensing agreements, and copyright notices are often included in the credits, making them an essential part of the legal record of a project. Without them, there could be serious legal and financial consequences. Credits can also be a way to honor the legacy of those who have passed away. Many films and TV shows include, in memoriam, segments in the credits to pay tribute to actors or crew members who have passed away. These segments serve as a touching reminder of the impact these individuals had on the project and the industry as a whole. In conclusion, while it may seem like credits are unnecessary if no one is reading them, they are actually an integral part of the film and television industry. They serve practical, symbolic, and networking purposes, and they acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the hundreds of people who contribute to each project. Costumes are an essential aspect of movies and series. They add to the overall visual appeal of the production, and they also help the audience connect with the characters and the story. Costume designers play an important role in the production process. They start their work by researching the time period, setting, and characters to create authentic and believable costumes. They consider the fabrics, colors, and functionality of each costume, taking into account the character's personality and the story's requirements. Costumes can be used to transport the audience to different time periods, and even alternate universes. They can create a sense of nostalgia or fear and can help the audience understand the character's motivations and personality. For example, in a medieval-themed movie, the costumes can help the audience understand the social hierarchy of the time. The royalty would wear elaborate and expensive clothing, while the peasants would wear simple garments. The costumes can also help establish the setting, making it easier for the audience to immerse themselves in the story. In a sci-fi movie, costumes can also be used to represent the futuristic world and culture of the story's setting. The costumes can reflect the advanced technology, alien races, and societal norms of the world the characters inhabit. They can range from sleek, metallic jumpsuits to elaborate, alien-inspired clothing. The futuristic costumes can also help create a sense of awe and wonder, transporting the audience to a world beyond our own. Superhero movie costumes are designed not only to reflect the character's superpowers but also to visually communicate their persona. The costumes can establish the character's identity, values, and motivations. For example, a superhero wearing a dark, brooding costume may signify their serious and focused personality. In contrast, a brightly colored costume may represent a more cheerful and optimistic personality. The design of the costume can also convey the character's cultural background, heritage, or personal preferences. Furthermore, costumes can also be used to create a sense of irony or humor in the story. A character wearing a costume that is unexpected or out of place can add to the comedic effect of a scene. For some celebrities, fame can be a double-edged sword. While it brings them enormous wealth, adoration, and opportunities, it also comes with a high price tag. From relentless paparazzi to intrusive fans, to personal and professional pressures, the cost of fame can be overwhelming. One of the most significant disadvantages of fame is the loss of privacy. Famous actors are constantly in the public eye, with every aspect of their lives scrutinized and analyzed. Every move they make, every word they say, is open to interpretation, leading to intense pressure to maintain a perfect public image. This constant scrutiny can be mentally and emotionally draining, leading many celebrities to experience anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. The pressure to maintain their fame and success can also lead to substance abuse and addiction, as actors turn to drugs and alcohol to cope with the stress of their daily lives. Another significant disadvantage of fame is the strain it can place on personal relationships. Famous actors often struggle to maintain stable, healthy relationships due to the demands of their careers and the constant presence of the paparazzi. From cheating scandals to messy breakups, the media is quick to pounce on any hint of drama, making it nearly impossible for celebrities to navigate their relationships in private. The financial burden of fame can also be a disadvantage. While it may seem like celebrities have endless wealth, they are often responsible for supporting not just themselves but their entire entourage. From managers and agents to personal assistants and stylists, the cost of maintaining their image and career can be staggering. In conclusion, the reverse life of famous actors is far more complex and challenging than it appears from the outside. While it may seem glamorous and exciting to the average person, the reality is that fame comes with a high price tag. The loss of privacy, unrealistic expectations, constant demands, and financial burdens can all take a toll on the mental and physical health of celebrities. Movies and TV shows have the power to captivate us, to transport us to different worlds and immerse us in stories that we might never have otherwise experienced. Yet, as we all know, not all movies and TV shows are created equal. Some leave us feeling bored and uninterested, wondering why we wasted our time in the first place. So why do some movies and TV shows fall short in capturing our attention? The answer lies in the complex mix of factors that go into creating a truly captivating story. One of the main reasons why some movies and TV shows are boring is simply that they fail to engage us emotionally. A great story needs to have characters that we care about, with motivations that we understand and can relate to. Without this emotional connection, we simply don't care about what happens next. It's like watching a sports game between two teams you don't care about. There's no investment, no reason to keep watching. Another reason why some movies and TV shows fail to capture our attention is that they lack a sense of urgency or tension. A great story needs to have stakes, something that the characters stand to gain or lose. Without this sense of tension, there's no reason to keep watching. It's like watching a movie where you already know the ending. There's no surprise, no anticipation. But perhaps the most important factor in whether a movie or TV show is boring or not is pacing. A great story needs to be well-paced, with a steady rhythm that keeps us engaged and interested. If a story moves too slowly, we get bored. If it moves too quickly, we don't have time to process what's happening and become overwhelmed. Pacing is a delicate balance, and it's one that many movies and TV shows fail to get right. Of course, there are many other factors that can contribute to a movie or TV show being boring: poor writing, bad acting, uninteresting cinematography, and so on. But at the end of the day, it's the emotional connection, the sense of urgency, and the pacing that make or break a story.